The beauty of the open ocean. It's really sublime, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't you love it out here on this boat that we're on?
On the boat that we're on, because we're on
The
a
boat of
right
life.
now.
It's weird that they put 2 of every animal on here and they picked us. Is this just like when when Noah was like, "Oh, I'm going to put the 2 lions on the ark," and in all of the art they both have manes, which means that they're gay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
you've never seen all of the art of Noah's Ark, and you see the lions, and it's
No,
just 2
we talked
male
about this
lions.
before. I used to have like a kid's like illustrated Bible
Yeah.
when I was really young.
And they picked us,
those were
man.
like
We're
my
on the boat.
bedtime stories and shit. Why are we on this fucking boat?
There's 2 of us. We're on the boat.
Isn't it supposed to be like Noah and his beautiful wife?
Our show's on the. He couldn't make it. Our show's on the road.
What do you
the
mean?
boat's
It's
on
his
the ocean,
ark.
man.
How could he not make it?
Well, he physically made the ark, but I think he had a dentist appointment or something. So we're subbing it.
What do you mean? A dentist?
Here we are.
But the dentist and him both died to the flood. That was like the whole point of building the. I just don't understand.
Right, he died so we could live. We have to deliver.
He could have just came on the ark with us, man.
He didn't think about that one. They didn't think about that.
He
okay?
didn't think about it.
He forgot that he could part the sea.
That was the whole reason why he built it. God was
Sometimes
like, "Hey,
people
Noah,
are
I'm gonna
dumb,
kill all
Jackson,
this shit. We gotta start over, man."
Yeah. Yeah, and then that idiot also brought 2 gay lions on there, so they're not going to reproduce.
Okay,
So
well,
obviously
God
he didn't
can
think about
just
a lot of
make
things.
more lions. I don't know
He
why.
can also just make more people. He
I
can
don't
make
know
another
why.
Noah. He
Well,
can
that's
always
messed
make
up.
another Noah.
There's only one Noah though.
Oh, but every lion is just totally meaningless. They're not unique
Yes.
whatsoever.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, and 1 billion of them could beat all the Pokemon. Sure,
Have you ever
man.
seen Lion King, bro? They're all fucking annoying.
That's rude.
Okay, I'm right.
Yeah, you are, unfortunately.
Simba is just this fucking.
Simba's... he's fine.
He's this prick who he didn't actually like do
He's a little
anything
bit of
himself.
he's a little spoiled.
Okay, his dad gave him literally the whole world. He said, "Look, everything
Okay,
that the
so,
sun
well,
touches, that's yours." He didn't work
right.
for any of that shit.
But that's, not like the whole world. It's definitely a lot
He
of
said
land.
everything that the sun touches, that's your kingdom.
Well, I think he mentioned at the present moment because then they imply that the dark area is where the hyenas live, so they don't go over there.
Well, but the sun touches the hyena land, does it not?
Right, but that's not their land, I think he meant in the present moment. Everything that the sun is touching right now is yours, which is still a lot of land.
It's
probably like
all of
sapphire
the
mines
land.
and
I
shit.
feel like sapphire mines. What the fuck are you talking about?
In Africa, there's probably some precious gemstones underneath the earth there somewhere. He's got a good plot of land. Simba's just secured himself the equivalent of a $1 million loan from his father.
Simba's using child labor to extract diamonds from South Africa.
Yeah, he's employing all of the what are the little. He's employing all the meerkats.
The meerkats.
And they're going underground and they're mining diamonds for him.
You know what is interesting? Why don't we have lions like elsewhere? You know what I mean? There's no lions in the Americas.
Well, our big cat is like the mountain lion. Which
I guess, but it's so different, right?
Yeah, but they're like,
because the regular lion is
that way.
fire type and the mountain lion is ground type. So it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like, how did that happen? We have
Well,
like
so,
the
like, what-
Alolan lion.
What type is like the panther then?
Dark, obviously.
Yeah, that was a stupid question. I mean, like a tiger.
It's
is that
all
fighting?
black. It has to be dark.
Tigers fighting?
No, tiger's fire, dude.
Oh, they're fire and dark.
Because the mane represents their son. Or the sun, not their son.
kid.
The sun in
mane
the sky,
represents
like Ra.
childbirth. Right, yeah. The sun god. The Egyptian god of the sun. Yeah. Big fan of Ra.
I mean, it rains down from Africa above, or whatever, however the song goes.
Right. Yep. No, that's it.
Yeah.
We love Ra and his,
His son that he gives
giant,
us.
glowing, fiery ball of gas.
Yeah. It provides.
Sun,
for us.
dude. Can we talk about it? The sun? Ain't even that special. The sun is just
What?
a giant flaming ball of gas. That's like my stomach after I have Taco Bell. That's like not that unique. Everyone does that.
I guess, in that sense, you're 100% right. I can't argue with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Waste Management Podcast.
You don't get to do it. Who said you get to do the intro?
I'm doing it right now.
What?
I've never done
it. Okay,
Fuck
well.
you. I'm stepping in. I can't step up to the plate today? I can take it back.
All right, Jackie Robinson. You better hit a homer here.
All right, okay. Well,
Segue us into something.
Oh, really? So now I'm Jackie Robinson. It's MLK. It's one day after MLK Day, and I'm Jackie Robinson.
You're first on bat, bro. This has nothing to do with MLK Day. Also, that was yesterday.
Yeah. What do you mean?
You acted all offended that I brought up Jackie Robinson for some reason.
Well, you can't compare me to the fucking GOAT of baseball. I suck ass.
I'm just saying you're up to the plate, bro. Segue us into something that people want to listen to right now. Go.
Okay, great. So I was thinking, which is not something that I often do, as we know.
Right.
But you know, you and I, we dabble a little bit in our favorite game, Valorant.
Right.
And I would like to know, do you think that there is anyone on the roster that you could beat in a 1v1 in real life?
No, obviously not.
No, not a shot.
It's a stupid question. No one. No one on the Valorant roster could any human on Earth be in a 1v1.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, well, okay. Maybe
like
let's
no guns. Obviously, we're taking. Like,
I was gonna say, let's take a step back and determine the rules of the duel here.
in like a fist fight.
In a fist fight, do they have abilities?
Yeah.
Okay, so then no.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So they do or don't have abilities?
No, they do have abilities, but there's got to be one person. What about obviously not Clove? They're immortal. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
But I think maybe Harbor. I think you could take in a 1v1. And I think potentially.
No, did you see? You remember the little animation they did when they revealed Harbor? He was doing some Indiana Jones shit. He was like driving a boat away from the police into like an ancient temple and stuff like that. Like he's way more athletic than anyone will ever be.
So, but okay, sorry. So let's maybe.
And he's got like that gauntlet thing, bro.
Yeah, but it just makes water.
Yeah, he can waterboard me.
Without
having to touch me.
No, so just abilities like in the game. So he just sends his wall at you and it pushes through you, or you walk through it.
And then I'm slowed and I can't get to him.
But
and while I'm slowed, he comes up and he fucking sucker punches me in the back of the head, man.
Mm.
And then I'm dead. Like
I guess. What about like Yoru?
He can teleport around me. He is literally
only twice though.
He literally has the best superpower you could ask for. Only twice. Like he only needs one, man.
Sure, but he has to send it somewhere. You could break it. When he flashes you, yes, you're temporarily blinded.
And he creates a clone of himself, man. How am I supposed to? And then I'm looking at forward. Two. Okay,
we're talking like this is like the Lions versus Pokemon thing. You know, when people are like, "Oh, do they have in-game rules?" I think that they have to have in-game rules.
Okay, he flashes me and then he teleports behind me and punches me in the back of the head.
Well, but you gotta remember,
die.
He's got a little bit of a cooldown before he comes out of his teleport.
This is so stupid. I'm still
this is like
flashed.
Every time
I can't see anything.
I don't know. I think there's a world where it could happen.
Okay, who do you think you could beat on the roster then?
I think I could beat Yoru.
That's crazy.
If I had to pick one person,
I think your best shot is Sage because her abilities don't actually fucking do anything to you.
But she could just corner me and then wall me in with a giant ice wall, and I'm not breaking that shit. It's like 12 feet thick.
So you just lose in stuff. You get walled in a corner.
I think so. What am I gonna do? Climb the wall? It's slippery.
Well, we don't know that.
I think we know that.
I don't think it's slippery. I think it's just I feel block.
Well, but it's ice.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Like
also,
slow,
you ever see those videos of like parkour people where if you're like in a corner, right? Then it's like they do you put your legs on or your feet like on the two, like 90 degrees apart. You put them on the wall and then you like shimmy up over.
I don't think I could do that. I think
I'm saying Sage is your best
bet.
shot.
He's the only person who doesn't have like a direct damaging ability. Like Gecko, he just throws mosh on the ground. I step in it, it fucking explodes and I die.
Yeah, you're dead.
You die instantly. Thrash, he disables me. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? He gets me in the corner. He boop 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 boop. I'm gone. Yoru, even his ult, like he goes into another dimension, but then he's just running around, and then he has a little cooldown. He takes off his mask, and before he can perform any action, I can see him again.
Okay, I guess so, but I still don't think you get there.
I mean, that's fair. Like physically, I probably would still lose, but I mean, like ability wise, I think I think we could take him.
So now it's a 2v1.
No, like you in peak physical condition and me in peak physical condition.
I would love to see me in peak physical condition because I don't think I've ever seen
Separately.
that before.
Hey, that's okay. That's what time is for.
What?
You still have time. Until we get to like our 40s, and then it's only decline from there. But apparently your physical prime is when you're like 26 or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. I think I need to learn like karate or something. But like
Dude,
not
so
like
sweet.
not like kid karate where they like make you, it's basically just like interpretive dance. Like actually I want to chop someone's head off with my hand,
Yeah. You do like the 1,000 degree knife challenge. But
I want to
with
do
your
the
palms.
bicycle kick. I want to do the thing where they have like a stack of bricks and I
You chop
chop through
them.
all of them with my hand. Because
It's
my
still
hand
so
is
hard.
like steel.
Right.
I'm like
You hit him with a
Toph
palm strike.
in Avatar when I get the steel bending.
Right. And people are conflicted about fighting you at first because you're a young blind girl. And then suddenly they're no longer conflicted.
Well, I'm not young, blind, or a girl. I guess I'm young.
Yeah.
But I'm not as young as Toph.
Yeah, Toph is like what? Like 10?
No, they're like 13.
Can you imagine being the boulder when they're like fighting each other? And he's like, the boulder is conflicted about fighting a young blind girl. Imagine getting your ass kicked by a blind 13-year-old.
I can't imagine being a cartoon person.
I think you could imagine. You can't even think about it.
No.
People are like,
not
imagine
really.
an apple, and you're like, no, I can't do it. It's fucking impossible.
Okay, imagine being Patrick Star.
Okay.
You can't do that.
Done. Yes, I can. That's so easy to conjure up in my head.
No, you can't. You don't know his thoughts. No one
sure.
does. That's the mystery of Patrick Star.
But you said imagine being Patrick Star. I have to put myself in Patrick's head?
Yeah. You can't do it, bro. You don't know what his fucking life is like. It's not possible.
Sure. So you're saying like
He
when
lives in
people
a different
say-
dimension. He's 2D, bro.
That's true. He lives under a rock, unironically.
I don't even think that shit's a rock. I think it's like fucking, I don't know.
A stone. Maybe a boulder of some kind.
I don't know. It just doesn't feel like rocks aren't that specific. Like it's like it's a perfect semi-sphere cut in half. I guess that's
fair.
what semi means. It's already in half,
okay.
but like it's too
Doesn't
perfect to be
necessarily-
a rock. It has to be some kind of man-made object, I think.
I mean, SpongeBob lives in a fucking pineapple with a door and like bay
That's what I'm
windows.
saying. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine being SpongeBob
I could so imagine
because
that.
there's
What?
nothing like that in our universe to compare it to.
It's just like yes, you could just imagine a pineapple.
No, but imagine a pineapple as a house.
Yeah.
Now your brain.
The inside of his
exploded.
house is a normal
No.
house. It has wallpaper.
It's not a normal house. It has sand as the flooring.
Okay, right. But it doesn't only on the ground floor.
Yeah. And also, he's
I
a
feel
sponge.
like I could. I think that I could imagine what SpongeBob.
You can't imagine being a sponge.
No, I can't. Well, but also SpongeBob's not a sponge. He's fucking alive.
What the fuck do you? What?
Him as a sponge is different than our conceived notion of what a sponge is. Sponges are not alive.
But
Well, I
SpongeBob
guess
is
at some
alive.
point
You
they
can't
were.
say SpongeBob's not a sponge. It's in his name.
No, sorry.
man.
I know, right? But he's not like the sponge that we are.
Next, you're
familiar
gonna tell
with.
me he doesn't have square pants.
No, he does. He does.
Dog, come on.
Except in
man.
that one weird fucked up episode where he's like all like normal.
Where he gets round.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his dad is all like fucking. I don't know. There's something up with his dad.
That's where my body dysmorphia started. They were like, "Yeah, you got to fit yourself into these round pants."
You got body dysmorphia from an episode of SpongeBob.
No, but I think maybe that's where the concept was interesting. Everyone's telling him to change, man. He can't be square anymore because being square is lame.
Did you feel like you were missing out on SpongeBob when you didn't have cable as a kid?
Hell yeah. And then my dad let me watch it. My mom didn't, and she always got upset when I was like, "Yeah, Dad, let me watch."
What
SpongeBob.
is it about dads and being chill with SpongeBob and moms and being like, we don't fuck with SpongeBob? Because my parents were the same way.
My mom is just really uptight.
My mom was just like, he just doesn't set a good example. And it's like...
He is pretty fucking stupid. But, like, I don't
think that's really the...
I wasn't like, oh, my dream is to become a fry cook at the Krusty Krab. Which, not that that's a bad dream,
man.
you know. It's just not mine.
Well, it is. It's a bad dream. I'll say that.
Maybe as, like, your life goal, it's not great. But, you know, maybe some people really... Maybe that just brings them joy, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but you should aspire to do a little bit more if that's your like number one dream.
Well, maybe
in life.
that's... Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Like this supersedes having, you know, a long relationship with someone who understands and cares about you and like, you know.
Yeah, the patties, they understand you and they care about you.
I guess you can find burger flipping fulfilling, but I don't know.
You can find anything fulfilling, man. People are fucking weird and very varied in wants and life experiences.
Right. Some people, they feel like they need to think about being a sponge, and some people don't.
Yeah. You can't imagine being a sponge.
I can't, no.
Okay.
Because there's no analog for me to... It's not possible.
You're just you, but a sponge.
Okay, what does that mean?
Take your consciousness and pretend that you look like SpongeBob.
I'm just me, but a sponge.
Yeah, with arms and legs, and they're yellow and skinny, and you wear tube socks.
I don't want to wear
clogs.
tube socks.
Well, you're SpongeBob. You don't have any choice. That's what he does,
dude. He does wear the same thing every day.
He sure does. That's fucked up. That was the one thing about cartoons. I was like, why are they wearing the same damn outfit every day? I know it's just character design, but, you know, I don't wear the same thing every day.
Why can't they just put a different shirt on? You know, I don't know.
I love that opening part of the B movie where he's like, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow. Yellow, black. I'll wear something else. It's like, dude, they're going to animate you the same way for the whole movie.
See, now being Jerry Seinfeld is something that I can't imagine.
I don't want to imagine that. Hey, everybody. Jerry, it's me.
He's the richest comedian in the world, man.
Really?
I guess Larry David, but it's one of those
really
two.
Think so?
They made
even
you
like
have no idea how much money they made on Seinfeld.
No, I don't.
Larry David probably makes like fucking... He's a billionaire for sure. I think. I could be wrong. If not, he's close.
Damn.
They got rich, man.
How am I going to make that much money as a fry cook?
I keep saying this, like, I don't think our generation will ever make anything that's, like, as universally liked as Seinfeld was for, like, Gen Xers.
No, I don't think... I mean, also, I feel the world is just too divided now.
Like, it's like every one of our parents' generation, everyone in that generation... They all understand Seinfeld. They're all like, like fucking... I guess it's like The Office for us. You know, everyone can see who they are in the people of The Office.
I guess so, but I feel like that's like...
Maybe our thing is Family Guy.
I see myself in Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah? I feel like it's not Family Guy. Nothing will be as popular as Seinfeld was, I think. Because
no, it was just huge.
The Office is like too... It's a little too vanilla.
And Seinfeld isn't.
Not that Seinfeld isn't, but I feel like Seinfeld like tried to get out there a little more. Not like all the time. But I feel like there's way more like hate surrounding people being like, "Oh, if you say The Office is your favorite show, I hate you."
Mm.
But like I've never heard anyone have that sort of animosity towards Seinfeld. Everyone's like,
I
"Yeah,
think
Seinfeld is fucking funny."
I think if you say Seinfeld is your like favorite show ever, people are like, sure.
I don't
Like it's
think
not
so. I
really
don't know.
believable. You know what I mean?
Eh, I don't know. But I feel like it's also a generational thing. Like it just didn't air when we were kids, so
Well,
like it's
yeah.
not my favorite show. The episodes that I've watched are funny, but they're not like, you know, it wasn't like I feel like television also being like a widespread thing was pretty new, so people were excited that that was happening. I guess I don't know.
I don't. Now we're getting into the history of TV, and I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, it's a lot less. There's way more options now too, and they're all way more
Sure.
varied, so you can like find your niche a little bit more.
I think that's a good point.
But Seinfeld was like the show.
Yeah. And it was like at a time where it was like, I don't know. It has that like just broad reach of like, there's an episode where everyone could be like, I get this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Even
Like,
when
I've
they
gone through
branched
this.
into like, I don't know, different stuff. But I don't know. It is interesting because like it is a comedy show, and comedy tends to be like a very you kind of stay in your comedy zone kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like if you like comedy, it's like, you know, you're all in on like edgy humor, or you're all in on like, you know, fucking Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
and you don't really
Because he's funny.
you don't really venture outside of like those
Yeah.
groups, you know what I mean? But Seinfeld kind of brought everyone together, which is interesting
And beautiful.
in a way, yeah. But now it's like, what comedy do I watch? I watch fucking. I guess
That's a good question.
I'm
I
the
don't really know what
exception. I watch George Carlin, so it's like I don't know.
George Carlin's fucking hilarious, though.
He is, but I don't really watch a lot of comedy of right now, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like as a genre, it is much not. I feel like less, but not less popular because there's way more comedians now. But like, I would never go and
Well,
watch
I think
someone.
like comedian as a like job is just less like back then it was like if you called yourself a comedian, it was like you did stand up or you were on a TV show. But
Right.
now
And
it's
also
like,
you were funny. But now it's like you can be Matt Rife and you could just have plastic surgery and that makes you funny.
well, that's different. He is like in a true sense a comedian because he does like the stand up tours and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like he sticks to the kind of the very old way of it. But like I think most modern comedians are like Markiplier now. You know what I mean?
But I don't think I would say that
The comedians
Markiplier's
of
like a
today
comedian.
is it's Curtis Connor, bro, and Drew Gooden.
They're funny, but they're not comedians.
I think they are comedians.
I feel like they're like videographers.
Sure, I
With
mean
a
that's
sense
also
of
what they
humor.
do. I'm just saying, like people have more. They wear more hats now. I think.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
it's
guess- and
easier
also,
to
I
do
guess,
that.
Yeah, Curtis Connor did. I know. I mean, I'm sure all of them go on tour from time to time, but I know Zach went and saw him on tour, and he said he was funny.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, but there's still like several people that I follow. I guess not several. Oh my god, what is it? Gianmarco Cerezi is like one of my
Yeah,
the only person that I follow who does comedy, and like he is
it's
a
the Jewish
comedian
guy who's
in-
always wearing denim jackets and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's funny as fuck.
Yeah,
But he does stand up.
yeah.
He doesn't, you know, he doesn't do like vlogs or like, oh, this is a day in my life or I make content on YouTube. Like he is just a comedian.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also just really don't like Matt Rife.
I am in the same boat as you.
I don't want to call him a comedian because I don't think he's funny.
But that is what he does.
Yeah. That is his job.
A
guess
plumber
he's
can be
got a
bad
couple
at
of
plumbing,
bangers.
but they're still a plumber. At the end of the day, that's their job
true.
description. They
The
fix the,
Mario
damn
Brothers
pipes.
are the fucking worst plumbers ever, but they're plumbers.
That's not true. They got to be the best plumbers ever. I don't know another plumber that could jump on the head of a turtle like that.
In that way.
In that way, yeah.
I don't see them fix one pipe like the whole movie, though, or the game. They traverse through the pipes, but they don't fix them.
Well, you can imagine that they're fixing them as they're going through because they're just so
So I just
fast
have
and
to.
good at it.
So I just have to imagine it.
Yeah, just imagine it.
What if I can't do that?
Well, you
I
could.
can't.
You can
I
imagine.
can't
being
imagine
a plumber,
Mario fixing
though.
a pipe. I could. Sure, I can imagine me as a
You could
plumber, but I can't
imagine
imagine
being
Mario
Italian.
as a plumber. I guess so. I could try.
You wake up at 5 a.m. You go to the deli.
I put on my gold chain. I go, what a day to be alive. I go to the deli. I go, hey, give me a bagel, little schmear poop on there, please.
And you go kill the rival mafia boss
Right.
and stuff like
And
that.
his name is
Gianmarco.
What's that one? Right. What a baller name, by the way.
No, I don't like long names. Too much of a mouthful.
Yeah.
I need simple names. Smith.
Everyone's name should be
John.
My name is more than one syllable. They can be two max.
Well, your name is good. Henry.
Yeah, Henry's fine.
Easy. Simple. Jackson. It just makes sense. It feels right. You know, but then people are named like fucking
Anthony Fantana. That's like too long.
Yeah.
That's just too many syllables, you know? That's a lot to remember. It's kind of a mouthful. Last names, I guess I can kind of understand because, like, I'm not going to refer to you by your first and last name all the time.
No, last names suck, man. That's one thing that's out in 2025. Last names.
Last names.
I don't give a shit anymore, bro.
So we're all Beyonce. Also, she gets a pass.
What do you mean we're all Beyonce?
She's just Beyonce. She don't got a last name.
Okay, well, she does have a last. She has a
No,
last
but like,
name.
right, sure, but do you know what it is?
No,
and neither do I.
If you gave me like 2 minutes, I could conjure it. I could. Because
Right, so
Jay-Z and Beyonce have a collaboration album where the name of the album is just their name.
Okay.
I don't know what it is right now.
We can loop back to it later.
If I think of it, I'll let you know.
You could just blurt it out the second you remember it.
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah, well, I'll be like Beyonce. I'm Henry. You're Jackson. We've got Zach. That's a good one. Easy to remember.
People's
One
names need to
syllable.
be more like Beyonce. It should just be a made-up thing.
What do you mean a made-up thing?
It's just
Every name is made up until it means something.
Well, yeah, but like I'm saying, like people's names shouldn't be like names. You know what I mean? Like
Jack.
I think naming your kid Mark, that's lame as hell. But naming your kid like, you know, Radiohead, that's like awesome. You know?
That does pass the 2-syllable rule, though.
It can be 3 or 4, so that's fine.
Okay.
As long as it's
just name.
one thing and it's new. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
Yeah, this is
anyway,
my
last
son,
names are out.
New England Patriot.
No, that's no.
Yeah.
Because that already exists in the world.
This is my son, Oatmeal. That's a good one. My kid, Oatmeal. Some other good ones.
This is my
Are
kid,
you saying they have to be-
corn checks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat that. Anyway,
What?
so are we saying that like they also because like Beyonce's not that's like a name, but it's a made up name.
Yeah.
So they can't be
Like
can they be
Jay-Z.
nouns? Yeah, that's
You know what I
no.
mean? People should
That's
have more
not real.
names like that.
Okay.
Ludacris. That's a great name.
That is a great name.
That's phenomenal. I'll tell you what, another thing that's out in 2025, people putting Lil in front of their rapper name.
Thank fucking God.
Done with
dude.
that,
I'm
dude.
I'm
Lil
so
Wayne,
tired.
Lil B, Lil Tecca. I'm done with this shit.
Lil Uzi,
Baby
Lil Pump.
Keem. It's not Lil, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, it is the same thing. Just be Keem, man. Who
You
cares?
just be Keem.
You're not 10 anymore.
Yeah.
You're like 28 or something.
It is funny because Baby Keem like started out making like Minecraft videos,
I kind of respect that.
and now he's a rapper.
Yeah, you know, sometimes we have drastic career changes.
Yeah. What's other stuff that you think is out in 2025?
Some stuff that's out in 2025.
Yeah.
Funko Pops.
Those
They're
are
out.
definitely out. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Zach is going to lose all of his stake in Funko Pop.
Funko Pop limited holdings.
Yeah, I think cotton is out
What?
as a material in general. Any
Why?
clothes made of cotton, just cause
What? No, I don't agree with that. I like cotton.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. It's not if you like it or not. It's out.
What?
You don't have control over it.
But all my cotton T-shirts are so comfy, man.
Tough, man.
What are we gonna make T-shirts out of now?
Plastic bottles, I guess.
No, I don't want that. And fucking recycled hairbrushes?
Yeah,
I don't want that shit.
They will. They're all gonna be made out of toasters and ceramics.
I'm not
somehow.
wearing the toaster ceramic T-shirt. That sounds awful.
No, you're not. It's more comfortable than you would think, in fairness.
Is this like, like they have the recycled napkins at like Starbucks or whatever, and they're brown and they're like just so fucking thin and awful and terrible?
Those napkins are fine. The Starbucks napkins are fine.
I hate those, bro.
I think it's so funny that they're like, they're made of recycled materials, so they just made them brown. They could be white. They just chose to make them brown, so people think that they're like
No,
healthy.
They're brown because that's all recycled stuff is brown. When you mix it all up.
It is always brown, but I don't know why. It doesn't have to be brown.
Well, I don't think like colored dye is recycle
It's not very
friendly.
eco-friendly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fine, whatever. Other things that are out in 2025, recycling, that's out. So it's going to be tough
Recycling
to
is
find
out.
something. It's going to be tough to find something to make all those shirts out of.
I stand by
out.
that. I don't fuck with recycling.
What do you mean you don't fuck with recycling? What do you mean by that? It's like one of the best things we've ever done.
Loki, it's so annoying.
How is it annoying? It's like, I have to empty this bottle and put it in a different bin.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Well, okay, here's something I'll say. The apartment complex that I live at, they don't do recycling.
See, they're already above the trend.
So
they're on their way.
They're on top of it, is what I'm saying.
Okay, great.
So we just throw everything in the trash, and I've kind of stopped thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But on campus, there are recycling bins, and they do like the shit that they do in countries that like actually care about the earth, where it's like
that's nice.
It's like 3 or 4 different bins, and it's like the one that's just trash says like landfill on it, and then there's other ones. It's like this is metal, and this is plastic, and this is paper or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's just like, just throw it all in the trash, man. We should find a way to recycle all trash instead of placing the barrier of separation on me.
So like,
let's just make a new machine to do that.
Okay, so when we have like leftover uranium, you think we could use it to like make more bombs, maybe?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just that's kind of like a tough one.
Why is it
plastic?
Tough?
We can make it into like shirts and whatever, which is cool,
I don't think we can make plastic into shirts.
I don't have it anymore because I took the tag off, but I have a shirt that is made out of recycled plastic, and I can't lie, it's kind of comfortable.
I can't imagine that. I can't.
Okay. I think you need to work on your visualization skills.
I think I'm really good at visualizing stuff.
Imagine an apple right now.
I got it.
He's got it. What
it's
color
rotating.
is it?
It's red.
Okay.
Like
cool.
every
Does it have any
apple.
spots? Like any yellow spots, maybe?
No, it's perfectly red, shiny.
Red.
If anything, I can see the pores on the skin.
It's been polished.
It's been polished. It's been washed several times.
What color's the stem?
Brown, obviously.
Cool.
And there's a single leaf.
I was gonna. There's a leaf. Oh,
and
it's a good ass apple.
It's the stem to leaf ratio is the golden ratio, so it has that nice kind of curvature and alignment to it.
Oh, dude. All right. Well, now I'm hungry, so that's awesome. I guess I'm gonna unimagine this apple really quick.
That's interesting. I've never been like mouth watering for an apple in my life.
Oh, really?
No.
If I'm being honest, I'm allergic to apples, so
Oh.
I haven't eaten an apple
well.
in quite some time. So I miss them very much because I used to like them, and then my body was like, "Yep, not anymore, pal." And I was like, "All right, cool." So we're done with apples. Apples are out.
Apples are out in 2025 for sure.
Unfortunately, what else is out in 2025?
I think sweatpants are out.
Oh, dude. I want to keep dressing like a
Well,
middle
you got
schooler
rid of
forever.
cotton, so we can't have sweatpants anymore. It
I
doesn't
guess you're
matter.
right, yeah. There are so many better pant choices also.
There are not only are there
Corduroy?
comfier pants, but there are just much more stylish pants as well.
Yeah.
Sweatpants are in this weird middle zone of like they aren't stylish. They aren't the most comfortable thing you can be wearing.
I mean, some of them are pretty comfortable.
It's just lazy clothes is what
Yeah.
it is.
But it's like
They're like
slightly
basketball shorts.
You could go out in them and it wouldn't be like way too bad. It's better than
It's
like
bad,
just waking
though.
up and wearing your pajamas.
I'm saying it's bad. I would honestly rather have someone wear their pajamas because I'm like, this guy has class. He's bringing the comfy out into the world. That's a vibe I need a little bit more of.
My mom had a rule when I still lived at home that we were not allowed to wear sweatpants or pajamas to school or she would ground us. This is a legitimate thing.
Did anyone ever test that rule in your family?
I went to school in sweatpants once, and she was like, "If you do that again, I'm taking away your phone for 2 weeks." And I was like, "All right,
Really?
Yep, straight up."
I think
So,
your mom
needless
is
to
out
say,
in 2025.
My mom's mental clarity, it has been out for the past year, and it's going to continue to be out in 2025.
Yeah, I don't
So
know. I
she's
just
out.
think sweatpants. They're just not so.
They're more mature
2010s,
pants,
man.
and it's 2025. We've moved on. That was
Yeah.
15 years ago. What else is out in 2025? I think Star Fox is out in 2025.
Star Fox.
Yeah, like the game.
I think that's been out.
Yeah, I know. But they're going to declare it out this year.
Okay.
It's been out for a little while.
At the Nintendo Direct, Miyamoto goes, "We will not be making a Star Fox game."
For the Nintendo Switch 2.
Thank you.
It will not be happening.
Well, that's fucked up, man. They're never gonna bring back Crystal, dude.
Oh,
That hot ass fox.
oh my God. Yeah, Smash Brawl. The last time. Well, I think she has a trophy in Ultimate too. But
Yeah.
we're never going to get to play as her again.
No. She's destined to be trapped in that mid ass GameCube game forever.
That's so sad.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And my ass played the Star Fox game on the Wii U.
I did
I
too.
wanted the dream to be real,
It was fine.
but that
Like,
game was
it
shit.
It was fine.
It was shit.
I think it's a solid 5.
I just think it's crazy that like Star Wars Battlefront 2 did flying shit in space better than that.
Yeah, that is fair.
If your game gets beat out in some way by Star Wars Battlefront 2, you know you're not.
That's how you know.
You've messed up tremendously.
Yeah, that game was bad. Really bad.
I think brushing your teeth is out.
No. I'm not doing that. I don't care if it's lame anymore. I don't care if
Why?
it becomes lame. I'm still brushing my teeth.
I think brushing your teeth is lame as hell because you could just like eat. There should be foods that brush your teeth for you.
So I'm just gonna eat like canvas.
No,
and
but like
bristles.
there's like dog treats that clean dogs' teeth.
Right, but that's like not the same thing.
How is it not the same?
They don't really clean your dog's teeth. It's just like better for them than normal food.
No, they make the teeth cleaner. Because it's like bones that are all like the hard part of a sponge, and you gnaw on it for a bit.
So wait, why can't we eat those?
Because it's for dogs, so there needs to be one for humans.
Well, I know, but so what is stopping me from eating a dog bone that's a sponge made for dogs?
Because it has the dog chemical in it, so if you eat it, it's bad for you.
Okay, so it's like it's like chocolate for dogs, but for humans.
But for humans, yeah.
Okay,
Otherwise known as poison.
I'm following.
Yeah. So it's just like instead of brushing your teeth, you could just eat more broccoli or something.
I eat a lot of broccoli.
You could eat a little bit more. You like that shit.
Yeah,
So
I love broccoli. Broccoli's really good.
but brushing, it's just a waste of damn time, man. I'm not convinced
It's
it actually
2
does
minutes
anything.
out of your day.
That's a lot of minutes.
No, it's not.
I only got 3,600 of them.
Right. So that leaves you 3,598 left.
No way. That's not right. I didn't do the math right. It doesn't matter, though. I only got a lot of minutes in a day. And 2 is a lot.
Too many.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, there's definitely less minutes than that in a day. I'm thinking about. I was like, wait, no.
Well, it's 60 times 24, whatever that is.
1440.
Shout out.
Shout out to the best monitor resolution or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's a take. I think 4K is out in 2025.
4K is out. The new iPhone is going to be 16K.
Well, it's not because we're going up. I actually just want to stay at 1080.
I would love a good like 2K.
Like, can we just, instead of making more pixels, the issue isn't more pixels, it's that we're not, the image clarity just isn't there on the average device. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, let's spend a little bit more resources. Next time you're rendering a video in DaVinci Resolve, maybe you go for the high quality preset instead of the, normal or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's do that instead.
And the rendering software I use, it's like draft, normal, good, and then like final product. So maybe
and final product, it's always like it goes from like extraordinarily low file size to like normal ass file size to like you need
gigabytes,
80 terabytes to hold this.
And it's like, all right, that's also just too much.
And then you can't even load the file because it's too big, so your shit crashes. Let's figure that problem out first before we go to 4K.
Yeah. I think we're already at 4K. That's fine, but we need to stop advancing.
Yeah, I see. You go to like Costco or whatever, and it's like 8K TV, 16K.
The
TV.
Samsung QLED
about,
8K true black display for only $8,000, and it's like, all right, man. Well, I'm not
also
spending that much
somehow
on my TV.
My phone is 4K display somehow. So like when I'm watching YouTube videos, you can like change the resolution from 1080 to 4K. Every time I change it, nothing fucking changes.
It looks the same. The screen's too small. It doesn't matter. I can barely
just a
tell
waste
the difference.
of everyone's time.
Yeah, both of my monitors that I'm looking at right now are 1080p, and it looks fine. Like I've never been like, the pixels on this are looking a little bad. Very apparent there. I wish they were higher resolution. Like it doesn't, especially if your phone's like this big, dude. The display's like 6 inches.
Something else that's out in 2025. When you go to an article and it gives you one of those. First, it blacks out the whole screen and gives you a pop-up and says, disable your ad blocker. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But you can't do this like bullshit where it's like you have the ad banner and the ad banner has an X on it, but you're not supposed to hit that X because that X is on the ad banner itself. Like it's part of the image that the
which opens
company.
The ad.
Yeah. So you have to look for like the other smaller X, or it does the thing where it's like you can click the X after it appears in 8.5 seconds.
I hate that shit so much. If I'm playing an iPhone game, which I guess I haven't done this in years, but like if I'm playing a game on my phone and an ad pops up, and I get the X, and I go to tap the X, and then it brings me to the App Store. First of all, I'm never downloading your stupid shit-ass game if your ad is like that. Second of all, why it like shows me the countdown for the X, and I have to wait?
You have to wait.
It's awful. Also, topwar out in 2025. Not a real game.
I think
those ads,
they were never in, I don't think.
They work so well because every single time I watch one of those ads that's like a guy on either side and you have to like walk into the gate, they either gives you like more guys or like less guys, or it's like I have one guy and I could either multiply the amount of guys I have by 2 or I could add 5.
Well,
so it's like, you're going to add 5 so you could have 6.
You need to get a lot of guys so you can shoot the barrel with the machine gun inside of it.
And then it explodes and zombies come out. But like all of those ads make me so mad because not one of those games is real.
Well, yeah.
But like, why are they so bad at math?
They're real now on YouTube playables. You can go play them. Yeah. Tall
Okay,
Man Run, bro.
I'm not gonna do that, but that's cool.
There's one called Tall Man Run where there's arrows so it's like you get the left right arrows if you want to get wider, and then you get the up arrows if you want to get taller, and
Okay.
you're supposed to run
Run.
as a
And
tall
you're tall
man.
and a man. Okay, all right, I got that.
There was a couple. It was like 2 months ago. There was a game. Oh, what is it called? I gotta look up the name of this game. But there's one where it's like you're like a spy kind of person, and it's called Stealth Master. You're like a spy.
I've seen so many
ninja.
ads for this.
And you have to like sneak around the guys with the guns to like stab them in the back or whatever, and then
Yeah, it's like-
you gain dollars, and then you go up the elevator and you get coins so you can buy a cooler gun, and then
It's like Mr. Shifty.
yeah. Stealth Master is awesome. That could genuinely be nominated for like Game of the Year or something. Like, it's brilliant.
Now that Balatra's been there, I mean, really anyone could do it, right?
Anyone, yeah, exactly.
I'm
AAA
actually-
games are out, bro.
I love that because they've just been getting fucking worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, bro. It's fucking Far Cry 6, and it's the guy from Breaking Bad. Who fucking cares, man?
Yeah, and it's like,
Grow
and
up.
that was like where all the budget went. They were like, yeah, he's in the game.
Yeah.
I don't even remember his real name, which I feel bad about.
I don't either, but I don't know actors.
I know that he's
in
Gus
general.
Fring in Breaking Bad, but that's
Yeah.
not his real name.
Well, it should be. See, this is
No.
one of those names where it's like, that's a good fucking name, dude. Gus Fring. That whoever came up with that, phenomenal job. Absolutely
Oh, it's
phenomenal.
Giancarlo Esposito is Gus Fring.
Despacito.
Yeah, without the D, but yeah, it's whatever. See, Saul Goodman, another good one. Yeah,
Right.
man, don't even worry. It's all good, man.
I've been correcting some bad behavior of mine recently.
Yeah.
It's been kind of a running, not really bit, but a theme of my life that I don't really watch movies
That's fine. I don't
at
do
all
it either.
or anything.
And that's
really.
is that a bad behavior?
But you go to you'll go to a movie with your girlfriend or something, and then you'll come back and you'll be like, I saw this movie and it was interesting.
Sure.
And then I won't be able to contribute because I haven't seen any fucking movie. The last time I was at a movie theater was like 2 years ago or something.
That's fine. I also can't lie. The movies that have come out in the last like 2 or 3 years have mostly not been like there have been some good ones.
What
but
about
I feel like
Oppenheimer, bro?
I still haven't watched Oppenheimer. I don't care.
You don't want to know how Bomb
I know what happens.
did?
I'm sure the movie's great.
There's
I'm sure
two
it's
of them.
wonderful. What?
There's 2 bombs.
Oh, I thought you meant movies. I was like, no.
Oppenheimer Part 2. It would. Go
I went and saw
crazy.
Barbie, man, and I fucking loved it. I can't lie.
I know you loved it so much you bought merch.
Yeah. I
I
have no shame. That movie was great.
but I have a film class this semester,
Really?
and the one of the main homework assignments is you have to go watch a excuse me, you have to go watch a movie. So I'm like,
Ugh.
now I got to watch movies, and I think it's
Nightmare.
curing me. And I went through the other
Really?
day and I logged all the movies that I've seen in my entire life on Letterboxd.
I should do that.
And that was just an afternoon that I did.
Well, so
But
give
my
us the deets. What's
my
your
homework
fave?
assignment for this week was to watch Jaws.
Fair.
Which is it's a movie I've seen already, but I think the last time I saw it I was like, I don't even know. I had to have been like 10 or something. We were doing like a sleepover situation. I think it was for my friend Ashton's birthday party. And we were doing it might have been when I was like younger than that. I might have been like 9 or 8 or something. It was a long time ago. But
A million years.
yeah, it was at my friend Ashton's house, and we were doing like a sleepover birthday party thing. And they did one of those, like they had a projector, and
Ooh.
we all got in like sleeping bags, like outside, because it was like the summer, and we were like on his on his like patio or whatever, and we
Yeah.
watched the movie on the projector. And I was so scared that I cried, and my mom had to come pick me up.
That's okay. I can't lie. There were
because it
many
was the
times.
scariest movie of all time, Jaws.
I mean, if you were that young, I could
I was
understand
very
why you
young.
would be afraid.
Yeah.
I used to get like that at sleepovers sometimes. I like wouldn't want to sleep over at people's houses.
But I
'cause was
watched
bitch
Jaws.
made.
Thing I didn't know about Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg. Why did he do
Really?
that? Like, what? I didn't realize that, but that doesn't add up to me. You know what I mean?
Unironically, I was talking to one of my coworkers about like our favorite movies the other day because he was like just trying to make it was just he and I on a shift and he was just trying to make conversation.
Yeah.
And he was like, "How do you feel about Jaws?" And I was like, because he was like, "I think it's like the movie of all time."
Like the
And I was
best
like-
one?
Like one of the like it does everything a movie should.
Like this is before you die, you have to watch this movie.
Yeah.
I actually kind of agree with that in some sense.
I was going to say that and then I told him I was like, "I think it's fine."
Yeah.
Immediately afterwards I was like, "Yeah, I didn't love it, but I think it's fine."
I don't think you're really supposed to love Jaws.
I respect it very
You know what I
much
mean?
for its work in practical effects.
Yeah.
And I think it is a very good movie, but like it's not like the greatest movie I've ever seen.
I think just because of the mise en scène of it all, you kind of do have to respect Jaws.
Oh, it's great.
Just because it did all the shit that it did at the time that it did it.
Yeah.
And it's just
it was like one of
it's like
the
listening to
first.
the Beatles. It's like, I don't get this song, but in like 1967, this
I probably would have been
probably is
on
like the best
shrooms.
song of all time.
right.
You know what I mean? Here Comes the Sun before fucking Kendrick Lamar. What else would you listen to, dude?
Probably nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd either sit in silence or I'd be, "Here comes the sun."
It was all like
a
Muddy
Beatle.
Waters and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
No offense to Muddy Waters, but
No, I think that's fair.
I don't get blues music, but that's a different subject
Yeah.
for another time.
There are a lot of movies that I mean, you know this about me. I've gone to the theaters and like seen movies, but
Right.
I'm not like a film buff by any means.
No, I'm not either, and I'm not trying to be.
No, but I do think there are some movies that are like so critically acclaimed that I really need to watch. Like Good Will Hunting, I've been told is
Yeah.
one of the best movies of all time.
The Godfather
So I should watch
trilogy.
that. Yeah, him and his God and his dad or whatever, which is weird.
God's father.
Because I thought that he was like the first one. but
God
I
was
guess
like the
not.
first thing, but then
he has a
he
dad
made
somehow?
his dad, I think.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, he did make his son. So I
And-
guess it makes sense.
Yeah, I think he made his dad after he made his son.
Yeah, he made him like Italian too.
I don't know where the Holy Spirit plays into any of that, but
It's like a weird love triangle.
because
I
like
think.
they're one and the same, but they're all different.
Yeah. But yeah. What is your favorite movie that you've seen?
I think it's I don't want to say I have a tie answer because it's a cop out.
That's fine because
I'm
my
not.
answer
I don't think people
is
are allowed
not-
to have a tie. Your answer is Big Hero 6.
Yeah, duh. We already know this.
We know this. I think my favorite movie is I'll say second place is 2001: A Space Odyssey because I think it's a boring answer. So I won't put that as my number one.
That's fair. I don't know that I'd say it's boring. I don't think it's like super unique, but I think it is a good.
I just think it's a really great
movie.
movie.
It
I don't know,
is, yeah.
just the way the shots are set up and like I don't know. I like movies with not a lot of not talking, but like there's not really
Useless
exposition.
dialogue.
You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, I guess so. I don't know. There's a powerfulness to its lack of words spoken that I
Yeah.
think a lot of movies don't have.
I would agree with that.
But anyway, my number one, Dances with Wolves, which is a movie I watched in high school, and it was like 11:30 p.m. on a school night, and I was like looking at YouTube on my phone, and I saw the movie, and I was like, I'm gonna watch the movie because I think it was free at the time.
Oh yeah.
And it's I didn't realize this. It is a 3-hour movie.
So your ass was up until 2:30.
I was up until like 2:30 in bed watching it on my phone. It was just a really good movie. And then I watched it again later.
What can I ask? What it's about? I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's this guy. It's okay. The Civil War, and it's this guy. And normally I don't like war stuff, but this isn't really a war movie. It's this guy in the Civil War, and he's like an army guy, normal guy. And then he does some cool shit on the battlefield, and his general is like, "Damn, you did some cool shit on that battlefield there. We should make you a guy who matters." So they up his rank, and then his rank gets upped so much that they let him like pick where he wants to be stationed. So he just chooses to go out as far west and as far away from everybody as possible. So he picks like a one-man hut in like fucking Oklahoma or some shit like that in the middle of the damn plains. And then he runs into some Native American tribe. And there's a girl in the tribe who he gets the hots for. And they start loving on each other, but their love is forbidden because it's culturally taboo.
Yeah, and that's not cool.
I don't know. It's not like the coolest movie of all time, but I just think similar to 2001: A Space Odyssey, I think the way it's shot is cool, and it's just like, I don't know, the story is told in an interesting way.
I don't know. I think that matters though.
Yeah, I think there's an interestingness to its quiet that I really like.
Yeah.
I was talking about this with Zach. I remember one time, I was like, "Yeah, this is my favorite movie. It's called Dances with Wolves." And he's like, "Bro, no one fucking knows this shit. These like obscure art house movies." And I was like, "Dog, it won Best Picture at the Oscars. It's literally like the opposite of this."
Yeah. Zach is like the worst person to ask. Maybe man or me, but
anyways, a good movie.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Zach loves to do that sometimes. He's like, "Oh, no one cares, man. That's not like a movie that people. That's like not a thing that people know. Who cares?" I feel like my favorite, like well-regarded, like obviously when I say my favorite movie is Big Hero 6, that's because that's like my, as you know, my name, Henry. No last name, by the way.
No last name.
That's like my favorite movie that I enjoy watching. But it's not my favorite because I think it's like the most beautiful work of art ever, you know, or that it's a movie that I think like everyone should watch. It's just that I really like it.
I think like everyone gets like, you know, a couple opinions that are like this. I know this movie is not the best movie of all time, but it's the best movie of all time. You know what I mean? One of my 5 stars on Letterboxd is Wall-E.
Is that like wrong?
I think like in some
Wall-E
sense, like it's not a 5-star movie, but it is like, it's just a movie that I'm like, I'm about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess so.
So I think everyone gets a couple of those where like, you know, it doesn't have to be like this undisputed masterpiece kind of thing.
I think the 2 movies, and one of them I won't even say that I really enjoyed because it's a horror movie.
Krampus.
No. Good movies. The 2 movies that I think, like, I personally enjoy, but I guess I can't say that. I was going to say Seven, which is a horror movie about a serial killer who, like, kills based on the 7 deadly sins. That movie is...
It's like Full Metal Alchemist, but real.
Yeah. Well, it's a movie, so no. But yeah. It's, oh my god, dude. The cinematography and the mise-en-scène of that movie is fucking... I don't know that it makes me more uncomfortable than Requiem for a Dream, but it's so good. It's so unsettling and creepy and scary, and like... The more like rooted in reality a horror movie is for me, the scarier it is. Like when it's like, oh, the big bad like glob of muck is after us, and it's gonna swallow us up.
Master Belch is here again.
Right. Master Belch is gonna drip out of the ceiling and kill me, and I'm like, all right, well, that's like a very cartoon.
It's like a Ghostbusters kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's not, like I guess if it was real, I'd probably be really scared. But like in my mind, it's tough for me to conceive that happening. But like seven is real. It's so good. So that I would definitely recommend watching for anyone who likes horror movies. And then The Matrix. But everyone knows
Shout
what
out
The
The
Matrix
Matrix.
is. And The Matrix is great.
I would take the blue pill.
I think I would agree.
That's what I would do. If anyone was wondering out there.
If they were curious, of course.
Have you seen Midsommar?
I have not.
I thought it was lame as hell.
Is that like the new one?
I don't know if new is the right. I think it came out like 5 years ago or something, but
Is this the one with oh my god, it did come out 5 years. Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying.
The one with Florence Pugh, right?
I watched it like when it came out, I think. Or a little bit after. Is that Florence Pugh? I don't even know who that is, to be honest.
She's
like I know the name, but I don't know what is she the main girl in that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I thought that was just a damn girl.
Yeah,
Straight up.
She's pretty famous.
Yeah.
That movie definitely helped as well. No, I have not seen Midsommar.
But I was gonna say that movie is kind of like I don't really like horror either. And I think everyone made a big stink about that movie like doing horror really well. But I thought the movie was like lame as hell because it was like in the first 10 minutes of the movie, there's a guy who gets like he like jumps off a cliff and then he gets hammered by a big hammer. That's just actually what happens in the movie.
That's terrifying.
And then like for like the next 3 hours, it's just like foreshadowing of cannibalism and stuff like that. And I don't know. I remember it coming out and people were like, "This is one of the best movies of all time. It does so many things." And then I watched it and it was just like, I don't know. There's a guy that dies in the first 10 minutes and then there's nothing that happens for the next 3 hours.
But is it kind of like a little bit of like a thriller?
It is like a psychological kind of thing. It's one of those movies where it's like you appreciate it a lot more if you don't think about it and instead you just watch a video essay on a guy who has no life, who actually like analyzed the scenes or whatever. But he actually didn't do all of that. He just like read an article.
Yeah.
And then he's just summarizing it in YouTube video form.
That's fair. I think I watched a similar, maybe not similar movie. I haven't watched Midsommar, so maybe it's not close at all. But another Florence Pugh movie, Don't Worry, Darling.
Finding Dory.
Dude, yes.
No, that's Ellen DeGeneres. As Dory.
No. Yeah. They got her even 12 years later.
It is crazy, right?
You don't really hear about Ellen anymore. She fell off.
Well, she moved to the UK after Trump won the election.
In 2016?
No, like just recently.
Oh, well, I feel like I haven't heard anything about Ellen in like 4 years. But also, that's low-key super based. I don't blame her.
There was all that stuff about how like Ellen yells at her employees and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I don't think
because she runs a tight ship at the Ellen DeGeneres show, which is a very serious and important,
super serious
institution.
Yeah, I think it was big on like making people aware that like anyone can be part of the LGBTQ community. I think that was good.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone was like, "Oh, that's Ellen, my favorite lesbian. She's so funny."
But it was like people came out about how she's just like an asshole. And then
yeah, that does suck.
I think I just talked to you about this. Like she had a comedy special recently where she like one of her big jokes was like this was like the first thing she's done since all that stuff came out. And one of her big moments in the comedy special was her being like, "Yeah, I yell. I'm an independent woman." And then she gets like a 3-minute long standing ovation. It's like,
yeah,
relax, man. I don't know.
Like, don't get me wrong. I understand like feeling animosity towards the world woman. I'm sure it's probably really hard.
Yeah.
But also, You don't have to be like a dick to your underpaid employees.
You could have just said like my bad.
Yeah, you could have been like,
It's pretty easy.
you could have been like, yeah, I'm sorry, I yelled. I, was
Sometimes I
don't
get
know,
mad.
stressed. Yeah, everyone
Sometimes
gets mad.
I
It
get
happens all the time.
mad. You could have just done
Okay.
that, and most
No, that
people would
would've
have been
been
on
way
your
worse.
side.
I would have hated it way more.
She could have said apologies are out in 2025.
She said, I'm out in 2025. I'm moving to the UK. And now she's gonna come back to the US and she's gonna be all like, hey guys, it's me, Ellen.
I
And I'm
hope
gonna be like,
not.
"All right,
She's
shut
already
up."
fucking annoying. I don't want her to be British. Also,
That'd make her worse.
That's
Maybe she'll stay over
disgusting.
there. Yeah, where are you gonna move now that it's 2025?
that's a great question. I've actually thought about this a lot.
I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it a lot recently. I can't lie.
Here's the thing. I like Canada. I was there
Really?
once when I was like 7,
Well, that's cool.
which means only good memories exist of Canada in my mind.
Right, their housing market sucks ass, though. I don't want to move there.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
No, it's not.
Yes.
That's like a lot of places, but
We've had this. We're not going to rehash the same discussion. The thing I don't like about Canada is it's just too north. There's too much snow, and I just can't deal with that.
it's a little cold.
I already live in upstate New York, man. Like, it gets
Yeah,
fucking
and that's
cold
probably worse.
and windy, and there's nothing around. It's like if you go to Canada, you have to go to Toronto or Vancouver. Those are the only 2 cities that exist.
Right.
I guess
Well,
you
the
could go
Quebec.
to fucking Alberta if you want. No one knows anything that's there, but you could.
You go to Calgary.
What is that? That's where they have horses and shit.
No, it's like northeast.
So that's one of
Northeast
the
Toronto.
issues. North.
It's pretty cold.
That's-
They have a hockey team though.
and it's just far away from everything, and it feels barren and weird. And I couldn't do
Okay.
it.
Fair enough.
Issue, you also can't go south, because if you go south,
Too hot.
it's too hot, and there's drug cartels. I'm not really a big
Oh.
fan of drug cartels
I kind of fuck with them, low key.
personally. I think I don't know, if I had to live somewhere in South America, I think I'd live like down there in South America. I'd live in like southern Argentina or something. I'd want to live in like the mountains and shit.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. It's a beautiful area.
I don't know their like policies and stuff like that. But I deadass don't know anything about Argentina. I'm not sure if people live there.
I think they do.
Okay.
They have a flag. Who made the flag? Someone had to.
I think there's probably less people that live in Argentina than work for Amazon.
Probably, yeah.
So if those are your only options, and they're just not very appetizing to me, so then maybe it's like you can't go to Japan because they're racist.
Yeah. Well, you'd probably be fine. You're white. If you were black, I'd say absolutely not, but you would probably get away with it. The
No,
work culture over
I-
there just sucks ass.
I think if you're black, it's a little bit more fun, because then people like point at you and you're like, haha. Do you know what I mean?
People will still point at you if you're white.
No, I know, but it's a different kind of point.
Yeah, it's like racist,
Like,
but slightly less racist.
If I was on the bullet train in Japan, people would be like, fuck this guy. But if I was black and on the bullet train in Japan, it'd be like, oh, these people like hate me, and that's kind of funny to me. I don't know. Maybe that's not right.
I don't think so.
I just
It's
think
okay though.
I just think people hating you a lot would be really funny, because they're not going to do anything, right? Like they're
No, they will,
more
dude.
respectful than us, I think.
But like, I feel like legally you would run into a lot of trouble. There are like places where you
maybe.
specifically would not be allowed to go because.
Well,
you're
yeah.
black.
Yeah. But that's true even if you're just a foreigner anyway.
Yeah. They're definitely more lax with white people though.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about that.
It's definitely not the top of my list, but really that's way more for the fact that I think it would be really hard to find a job And even if you did, the standard like Japanese work week is like 9 to 6, 6 days a week.
I was just talking
It's
about
not
this with a
9 to 5,
friend
5 days a week.
because they have like, if you want to quit your job, you have to hire someone to quit your job for you, which is like, that's crazy, man.
It's like a huge deal.
Yeah, it's so weird. And then there's like the lawyers in Japan. They're like,
Bengoshi.
the lawyers they pride themselves on not ever going to court. Like if you have to go to court against someone and like sue them, it's like a great disrespect because you're like it's like you got real beef and you're fucking some shit up. So
Yeah,
like
you couldn't just
the
deal with it.
lawyers, what they do is they do like they sit you both down at like a table and they like just
They make you work it out.
they make you unironically they make you work it out.
It's like you and your brother are fighting, and you're like, all right,
And then if that
you
doesn't
both
work,
need to figure out when you're going to play on the Xbox. We're not talking about this again.
yeah.
You got to you can play for 30 minutes, and then your brother could play for 30 minutes, and then you could swap on and off, but you both only get 2 hours a day. So
Yeah.
you could decide amongst yourselves how that works. That's so fucking funny.
And it's like if you don't work it out with the first lawyer, you get like a second level lawyer who's like a little bit better at lawyering.
Okay.
And you go to a
little bit
slightly
better at
bigger
parenting.
table where you try and work things out. And then there's
Maybe
like
you even
8
bring, like,
levels
2 or
of that
3
or something.
people.
I don't remember exactly.
That's
but
crazy.
it's just
Interesting.
I can't live over there. It's a weird world.
It is very, very, very different.
I just can't get involved. So I think you gotta go somewhere in Europe, you know? You gotta go to like
I would love to live in like Dublin.
every time I hear the word Dublin, I think about my stepdad had a dog called Dublin. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're gonna go to a dog.
I'm going to go to the dog, man.
Yeah, Germany seems like a cool place.
Germany's cool. I just don't speak German.
But German is like basically English anyways. So
No.
I think you'd be fine.
Well, actually, no, but I have a friend who is in like a German class, and he was practicing the other day while we were hanging out, and it was so fucking funny. He was like, Henry, could you like translate this sentence for me? And it was like, mein Hound ist like, I don't know any of the colors, but like as brun, and it's like, my dog is brown. He was like, see, dude, you're great.
Yeah.
And I was like, no fucking way.
It's easy, bro. My Schmidt Longensdorf. You know what I mean? Like it's
My shit's
basically
long,
English.
man. Yeah, pretty much.
So
English with like a little bit of flair.
I think you could do that.
Yeah, I think
I wouldn't mind France. I think I could live in France.
You.
Whatever. You could say like it's the same. France is the Ohio of Europe for some reason. I have no idea why. I think people just go to Paris and they're like, ew, it's dirty, like a city.
Every city on earth is dirty,
It's like, yeah, man, I don't know.
except for like everywhere in Asia. But other than that, they're all dirty.
Like Paris syndrome is like a real thing. Like you think you have this like picture of it. This is, I think, mostly an American thing where they're like, they have this idealized, they watch Ratatouille and they're like, oh my God, we have to go to France. It's beautiful, you know?
So you're like, oh, the restaurant with the rat. It is so beautiful. That's like, all right, man.
He makes
It's a restaurant run by a rat.
the shitty sausage with the fart sauce or whatever. Like, I don't even know what that shit is, to be honest.
I have no idea what ratatouille is.
I have no idea.
I think
dude.
it's vegetables.
I genuinely
maybe?
have no earthly idea what Ratatouille is. I've seen the movie like 10 times. Probably.
I would say I've watched it at least a double-digit amount of times.
So it's like, you know, I think France is just like a place, which is kind of why it gets ragged. Like Ohio is just a place.
Right.
I'm not joking. I was in class earlier today, and we were like put into groups for a project. And we're like going around doing introductions, like my name's fucking Jackson. And then one person's like, where is everyone from? And I go, I'm from Ohio. And the one guy goes, oh, where in Ohio? And he says, I'm like, Cleveland. And he's like, ew, gross. And I was like, why did you ask me if you were just gonna say gross? Like you didn't even you were gonna say that no matter what I said.
No. Maybe he like has family in Cincy or Columbus or something.
No, he was like, I've been to Cleveland. That's the one place in Ohio I've been to, and I can confirm that it's gross.
I feel like it's fine.
It's-
And you know what? I'm sure everyone from Paris says the same thing. I don't know though. I feel like I went to Madrid this past fall and it was really nice. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be like this like beautiful, perfect place with no flaws. Like it had trash on the street, but like everywhere it does.
Yeah.
But I think it's like still a little bit of a step up from like most cities that I've been to in America.
Yeah.
I think it's just like just a different vibe.
But I'm saying I think France doesn't really have as much of an identity as like other people or other places in Europe. Kind of like Ohio isn't really special compared to like
It's
the
not
rest
really much of anything.
It's not really part of the tri-state, and it's not really part of the Midwest either. It's like this weird crossroads of like a bunch of different stuff, and it's just like it's whatever. It's just a place. And France is kind of like France has the Eiffel Tower, and they don't really have anything else.
The Louvre.
Okay, we have the MoMA, like.
Yeah, but
you know
that's
what I mean? Like it's just a museum.
Really, like, world renowned.
The MoMA is world renowned.
Oh, sorry. You mean the MoMA like in the States? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I thought you meant
the Museum of Modern Art, bro.
I thought you meant the Cleveland Art Museum. I was like, I mean, I love the Cleveland Art Museum. I think it's gorgeous.
We have the Cleveland Orchestra. They're world renowned.
They are world renowned.
They travel
thing
to
that we have.
like Russia all the time.
They do. Yeah. They're fantastic. Yeah, it is kind of strange though. I don't know. I feel like Paris sort of has this like France is just very intertwined with like the fashion industry, and so I think Paris is seen as this kind of like high end like shopping, like fashion architecture, like high end design type place.
There are certainly the crossroads of a lot of art stuff.
Yeah,
like they have it was like France and Italy in the Renaissance. That was like kind of their thing.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
They were like, we're going to make paintings about boats, and they're not like other paintings about boats.
Right. Ours are unique because they're French.
Because they're French boats, and we're going to do this thing called Impressionism.
Right.
Where Claude Monet, she's going to do like the dabbing thing on her painting, and she's going to make the water lilies and stuff.
I thought Claude Monet was a guy.
Is Claude a guy's name? I don't fucking know.
I have no idea.
This is what I'm... Yeah. See, Claude is a good name.
Claude's a dude.
Okay, well, I thought Claude Monet was a girl. That's a girl's name, bro.
I'm not saying... Hey. I think it's pretty gender neutral.
I think people born like more than 200 years ago, it doesn't matter what gender you are.
Yeah, you're just...
You know what I mean? You were just a person from a long time ago. Like I don't care.
Oh, there was dust on my... Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't really... I don't know. I feel like it's more like especially that was before like activism as a thing. I feel like was super popular.
What do you mean by that?
Like, it was made a much bigger deal. Well, but also I guess that's just because society was like super patriarchal. Like, if it was much more like divided, I feel like social norms as a whole. Like, famous people from, we'll say, like more than 200 years ago are like mostly men.
Right. Yeah.
Like, they just didn't honor.
There just weren't the same opportunities for women, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also don't really think like, no, I'm not gonna say that because I don't think that's right. So never mind.
Pranked.
Get absolutely owned and skateboarded on.
Get kick flipped, fucker.
I don't know. I could live in France.
I think France would be cool.
Where would you live, man?
I'd live in Ireland.
Why? What's in Ireland?
The coast is fucking beautiful. All the people are really nice. I speak English. I could move to Spain. I think I speak enough Spanish to like get by. And if
You'd
I
have to
live
learn
there,
Gaelic, bro.
like less than 10% of the population of Ireland speaks Gaelic.
Uh,
It's actually kind of a big deal. There are like people who are super upset about it because they're like, "Oh, we're losing our national identity to the English
yeah, these
again."
are like the priests who are like they still want to talk in like Latin and stuff like that. It's like shut up,
Yeah,
man.
we just move on.
We
Gaelic
could
is
just
really
go.
hard to learn. Too.
Yeah, it's kind of like Welsh where it's all like hard breath noises.
Yeah, like
Not like that, but it's all like and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, and it's like we could just talk like how we do now. I feel like it's a lot easier.
Like I like English where all the vowel sounds are like the path of least resistance.
yeah,
Apple. Like you know what I mean?
orange, E.
Right. Like
Yeah.
it's
But
just not difficult to speak.
I would live in Spain. I enjoyed it, but I think I would rather. Ireland is a lot. I actually almost like how much like Ireland. I feel like as a country, uh, has much more emphasis on like preserving its natural beauty. Like it has cities,
Yeah.
but there are also like huge areas of Ireland that are like just dedicated to the landscape. Which not that it's like anything crazy. It's mostly just like rolling green hills. But the coasts of Ireland are like so beautiful and they're super rocky and the beaches are really nice and I don't know. I would just love to live there. I love rock climbing too, so that would be a fun place to be.
I like what Rainbolt did, the GeoGuessr guy.
Yeah.
He got the YouTube shorts money, I guess. And then he was like, I'm gonna live everywhere that I go. So I can get I'm gonna go everywhere and I'm gonna live there for a month so I can get really good
be
at
better
GeoGuessr.
at GeoGuessr.
Yeah. So that he lived in like Germany for a couple months and then he lived in South Africa and then I think he lived in like Brazil or some shit. And so he's been to all these countries and where so honestly, we should just probably take
Yeah, wait.
Rainbolt's advice.
Yeah.
He decided that where he wanted to settle down was Thailand,
Really?
which is interesting.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
did he
He's
say?
probably said.
I feel like Thailand's not like it's not a super expensive place
I think
to live
yeah,
either.
it's not
and
expensive.
The climate is very nice.
It's very walkable. The weather's pretty good. They have
Interesting.
monks there,
Yeah, and monks.
and I'm sure they
fuck.
do stuff.
I mean, they don't, but like
They metaphorically fuck.
they metaphorically, they conceptually fuck.
They conceptually fuck. So if anything, Rainbolt's probably right.
Yeah, I mean, I think I trust.
Like it's a subjective decision, but it's also like this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, if he's been, I mean, I trust his geographical
He's
knowledge
also-
more than anyone else I've ever known.
Even the countries he hasn't been to, he's seen so much of it because he gets dropped all over the world in GeoGuessr.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he would know what country is like the most beautiful and stuff like that. You know, and he didn't choose to live in Kazakhstan and stuff like that. So
And who would?
I don't know. They do like a bunch of crypto stuff over there though. So that's pretty
That's
cool.
true. That's probably because it generates all the heat for all their homes.
Maybe I don't know. Again, that's one of those countries where it's like I don't think people live there. I think it's like
It's made up.
not that it's made up, but it's like the only people that live there are like people who are trapped. You know what I mean? Like they were born there, and it's like they could leave, but like everything they ever know is in
Is there in
Kazakhstan.
So you don't want to leave.
Yeah, you don't want to leave. And I think Kazakhstan is the one country that has a giant pit of fire that's been burning for 30 years or something like that. So why would you want to leave that behind, you know?
Yeah, that is like a you know, an accommodation that no one else really has.
That's an attraction that no other place on Earth has, for sure.
yeah.
I still really want to go to what's the big uh nuclear reactor that blew up in Ukraine?
Oh, fuck, man.
What is that called? Why am I blanking on this? I should know. I want to go there.
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. I want to go to
Yeah.
Chernobyl really
I was
bad.
trying to remember. I was like, me and my family. I like.
But it's kind of like in the middle of a war zone right now, so I can't really
Yeah.
do that.
Unfortunately, I mean, hey, at some point, hopefully, it won't be anymore.
Yeah, maybe. But I want to
At some
go.
point.
I want to go see the elephant's foot and like give it a fist bump and stuff like that.
I don't know that I'd recommend touching it, but you could, yeah.
Oh well, no, it's definitely advised to stay as far away from it as possible. But that's like
Yeah, but you hit him with a.
it's kind of inviting me in that sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the don't press this button.
Seek
Well, why not?
discomfort,
I
bro.
want to see what it does.
That's the beauty of life.
It's the only way you can grow.
Right. I think the elephant's foot makes you shrink, but yeah.
I think it would definitely make you grow in ways that you don't.
It makes you
want.
grow metaphorically, but shrink actually.
I think physically it would make you grow. You would gain a lot of mass with all the tumors you would soon have.
I guess that's true too, yeah. You'd probably get a lot of like you'd be getting pimples in spots you didn't even know you could get pimples.
Yeah, you'd have a pimp at the
And
crib.
that won't even be the least of your worries.
Yeah, right.
But wouldn't you just like to sip the elephant's foot like through a straw, like a
Low-key,
Slurpee?
yeah, kind of.
Like that shit looks awesome, man.
Oh yeah, I would love to.
You know what I
consume
mean?
It looks like it tastes so good.
Because you know what it looks like, and I always wanted to drink this as well.
Just looks like a big icy.
When you fill up your car with gas at the gas station, and you see like the gas on the ground like mixed with the water, and it goes all like rainbow. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I want to drink that shit so fucking bad.
I'm with you 100%. I've never agreed with anyone more in my life.
That's it. Probably fucking. That's
I'm
better
sure it
than
tastes-
heroin and sex and Minecraft.
I'm sure. I could say yes on the first two, maybe not that last one, but
Right.
I definitely think it tastes awful. But I'd like to imagine that if it tasted like how it looked, it would be euphoric.
Yeah.
It would be like eating a bismuth crystal.
Ooh, that's a good kind of crystal.
Yeah.
And you know it's a good kind of crystal because they used it for Steven Universe.
Right. They only put the best gems in there.
Only the
It's
best
also
ones.
it like naturally grows in a square. That doesn't happen to most things in nature. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, most things grow in circles, which is boring.
Yeah, that's why they made Minecraft. Really contrary to the natural order.
Yeah, the Minecraft planet is a square, which is why everything on the in the game is a square.
It's like the ball in Rocket League.
What?
What are you talking about? The ball's a square.
In Rocket League? Well, you
We
can
just played the other day, and the ball was a square.
you can make it a square. Okay, we've been doing this thing in Rocket League where it's turtling only, so you can only play upside down, like on the hood or the roof of your car. And you have to. We give like infinite boost, and you have to stay upside down to hit the ball. And then we do some fucked shit to the ball. Like we say, if you hit it, it goes 10x fast.
I like that one.
And you can make the ball a square or a beach ball.
I don't like the high gravity on the ball where you hit it and it barely moves.
It's really slow. Yeah,
I do love the hockey puck.
The hockey puck's a classic. I mean,
That's a really good
that's
one.
amazing. They should make one that's like a pyramid prism kind of thing.
Oh,
It
that
could
would
be like
awesome.
okay, hear me. It's Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. They put the
Right.
prism from the album cover in the game, and there's a car. It's a special Roger Waters car, and you can play as Roger Waters.
Well, he's in the car, but you can't really see him.
He's in the car, but you can't see him, but he's in the car, and it's the Rogers Waters car.
I like this idea. They already did it with Metallica. They could do it again.
Did they? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's a Metallica car in the game?
I have it.
Okay. That's
I'll have to show you
cool.
sometime. I think the decal might only be in Fortnite, but I bought it the second that I saw it was in the shop. I was like,
Yeah.
that's funny as fuck.
That's
I
probably
want
just a
Metallica
Fortnite
car.
thing.
I don't know. It's a decal for the Jaeger.
I don't know why they would put Metallica in Rocket League. That just doesn't make any sense.
Well, they added like all the player anthems and shit.
In Rocket League?
Yeah. You know when you like score? I mean, I know you have them turned off, but like when you score, you can select a song to play. And
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
They have. I know they have a couple of Metallica songs. They did like a collab.
That's interesting.
That's all Epic Games does now. They're like, hey, we're adding fucking Ariana Grande's brother into Fortnite now. Play as him.
You don't want to miss out on Ariana Grande's brother in the item shop until this Friday.
You're not going to want to miss out on our newest introducing our newest collaboration in Fortnite.
Ellen
Doug Bowser,
DeGeneres.
CEO of Nintendo of America, will now be playable in Fortnite.
Uh,
Not Mario, not Luigi.
I would buy the Doug Bowser skin.
I would buy that immediately.
You put the J's on Doug Bowser, bro?
Shaq is in Fortnite 5 times.
Doug
That game
Bowser
is-
comes with an emote where he just goes, "Go Ducks." That'd be fucking fire, bro.
He just like it'll just be him,
Doug
like,
Bowser.
blabbering something
I know
off.
you have connections in the industry. If you're listening to this, this
It
would
could
be
happen.
people would love it.
I'd buy it. That's at least
Can we
$25.
have we talked about this? His name is Bowser and he works for Nintendo. How did
And
that
he's
happen?
the CEO.
How did that happen? Like, that's crazy.
I can't believe they didn't talk. They talked about it for like 0.5 seconds when he was first hired. They were like,
Yeah,
Isn't
and
that
now
funny?
nobody cares.
Yeah, why did we stop caring?
It's so
We need to stop
funny,
doing
man.
that. Everyone's attention span is too damn short, man. So many important things happen, and we're like, ha ha ha, and then we just move on.
The next CEO of Nintendo of America needs to be named the podcast
Mario
is
Mario.
over right now.